Hi everybody, welcome to the video for Forex trading analysis. Today we'll be looking at three different currency pairs, but before we get started I just want to do this quick risk disclaimer. So foreign exchange trading carries a high level of risk. Before you decide to trade foreign exchange, we encourage you to consider your investment objectives, your risk tolerance, and trading experience. It is possible to lose some or all of your initial investment, so don't invest money you can't afford to lose. Seek advice from an independent financial or tax advisor. And all information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and should not be construed as trading advice or counsel. So with that, let's get started. So the Aussie today had a pretty strong down move after the governor of the RBA spoke. And people have been deciding to cover their longs, and the bias is definitely down for the Aussie. So looking at a little bit longer term picture, we are just above the 100 and 200 moving averages. These are applied to the close and they're simple averages. So one thing that interests me is that the 200 moving average is sloped down while the 100 is sloped up. And just backtesting a little bit today, every time that I saw this occurrence happening, I saw a continuation of the trend. So the downtrend here that we've seen of late, according to historical prices, and if history does repeat itself, we should see a pretty strong downward from the Aussie, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I'm going to be looking at the 1 hour charts in the near future. And also, as you can see here, the 200 moving average is sloped down and the 100 is sloped up. So same thing out of in the shorter term chart. And so a couple levels that I'll be looking at that are going to be pretty big for me is definitely the top up here after this big bar at around 1.05344. I think that if we close above this level, then the rotation to the upside might be a possibility. I think after that, if we close above this level, I'll definitely be looking to add on some of my position. And if not, then those are good levels to define my risk at, also including the 100 and 200 SMAs, which are currently looking as if they're slipping to the downside. So also to confirm my bias, I like to look at the euro just because I think it's definitely driving the markets right now. And as you can see, the euro has been in a pretty strong uptrend here since the 14th. So we're looking at investors definitely pushing this higher. But as you can see, we have completed or almost completed a pretty strong three-wave pattern and a pretty obvious three-wave pattern. You see the strong bars push up here, and push up here. And again, the third bar is usually the smallest. The third up push, sorry, and Elliott waves are usually the smallest. So we should see some long covering up here. And the euro, if it is in direct opposition of a trade that I am looking to put in, then I don't like to put in that trade because the euro is most certainly driving the market. So this to me is the bias for the euro is definitely up right now, but the fact that we've completed these three waves, I think the euro will have a slow day tomorrow, and we should see other pairs pick up the slack in terms of movement. So the Aussie is one pair that I'll definitely be looking at, and the second pair that I wanted to take a look at is the New Zealand dollar, which looks pretty similar to the Australian dollar, just taking a quick glance at it. We had a strong down move today from investors, and we have news tomorrow, GDP coming out of New Zealand, which is at 5:45 p.m., not too late, not too early on the East Coast for those people that don't want to stay up too late. And so that should provide a very good trading opportunity tomorrow. And similar levels on the New Zealand dollar that I am looking at is going to be around here at the 0.8208 level. 0.82 is going to be psychological as well as technical. Just you can see that in a downtrend I like to look at highs, and this is what I consider a high. We had a pause in the market and a continuation, so If this level's broken, we might see a rotation up to the next high, which is at 0.82447. And after that, if those two levels are broken, then my bias is definitely going to be switched towards the upside. So as you can see, the New Zealand dollar is looking like it's going to test at least one of those levels. And if we do see a close above one of them in the near future, then I'll be looking to switch my bias. But for now, those are great levels to define my risk at. I have very low risk. This level is going to be 5 pips, and the next one is not much more than that, 40 pips. So those are great levels to look at, and if we do see a rotation to the downside, targets I'll be looking for are definitely, throwing a Fibonacci here, I'll be looking definitely at the 61.8, around 0.815-ish. And if we break that level, then I'll definitely be looking for another downtrend, possibly to the low here at around 0.806. And if we do see a rotation down there, then I think that the market will be in for another decision to make. And if it does decide to push higher, then we could see a rotation up from the New Zealand dollar. And if GDP does come out tomorrow and it's negative or positive in a certain direction, then this pair is definitely going to want to move. So profits are definitely good out of New Zealand, and we should see good trading opportunities there tomorrow. So those are the 3 pairs that I wanted to take a look at today. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to have more updates from us from the week, you can follow us at @SynergyFX, and we'll be posting updates. Definitely put that GDP number up. And again, thank you for watching, and good luck trading this week.